called Jeremiah Wonders?
Yep.
Okay.
Jeremiah Wonders.
Yeah, and it's filming right now?
We're on right now.
Hey.
What's happening, dude?
Hi.
Just organically getting into this.
Just happen to be around the streets.
Right?
And I'm here.
You walked here. That's
I
crazy.
I really did. That's not even a joke. I walked here. I live near 7-Eleven. I told you that.
Yeah.
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 So it's good. Thank you for having me.
Dude,
yeah.
thanks for
I've
being
always
here.
liked you.
I've always liked you, man.
With my short run in the comedy circuit of the open mics. I commend you comedians for what you do.
Yeah.
It's a tough racket out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just nothing but respect.
I remember one night that your brother Bobby, he was actually running late one night at the Comedy Store, and you were in the back of the original room watching the show, like waiting for him to go up, but they put me up instead.
Yeah, you did great. I like.
Thanks.
You. I liked your energy, and it was spontaneous, and you did a good job.
Thank you.
I'm a fan of comedy. And I got it. I like. There's an old movie called Hollywood Shuffle with Robert Townsend, and I think the Wayans brothers are in it. And that's. Have you seen that movie, Bryce? No. Oh, it's so good, and that kind of got me into it. And then watching Eddie Murphy's old specials and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that early influence on you?
Well, I do music now, but I'm influenced by so many other things too. I mean, but like I told you, I just watched that Robin Williams documentary.
Oh man!
And I did it on a whim. Like I just
you just happened to throw it on.
Yeah, it was on the main feed on HBO Go.
Yeah.
And have you seen it, Bryce? I already asked you. I'm sorry, I didn't only got like 4 hours of sleep.
Oh no, all good. Same here.
Yeah, I'm barely. Yeah. But I'm gonna make it. We're gonna do it.
No,
okay.
We're gonna get through this. I did a live Brazilian wax on stage last night at the Comedy Store.
A wax? You mean your pubes?
I'm talking pubes. I'm talking balls. I'm talking.
Let me take a look.
Do you want to see?
Yeah. But don't get that close. Okay. Don't get that close. We'll go lower. Okay, dude. Oh my god.
You asked for it.
I know, but I regret it now because I saw the
You saw the base.
Keep
going.
Well, I saw some of the base of his penis.
Yeah, you saw some of the base of my penis.
You know, it looks like healthy down there though.
Hey, thanks, man.
I mean, I only saw like Bryce. I only saw the skin right here.
Yeah.
But then when there's a different angle, like on top, I saw a little bit of his penis skin. It was sturdy. No, it was soft, but it looked healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a good natural. It looked like a good size.
I mean, it's good that it's not hard. Like that, you're like, show me your penis, and then right away I'm like, oh yeah. Well, here's one for you,
Let's play
Steve.
that out.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude, that would have affected me for the rest of my life. That would have affected me.
I think that would have affected not only the rest of your life, but I think it would have heavily affected the podcast too.
Yeah.
By the way,
you know what? It might have gone viral though. You never know.
You just start vomiting
Did
uncontrollably.
you see that one where that little Asian guy and then that guy gets hard and then he makes him do something with his penis? Right, Bryce? Okay. Well, it didn't go there.
I'd like to think that nobody is actually here. That you just keep looking off screen and saying like, "What do you think, Bryce?" And I'm like, "Dude, this guy's having a breakdown." Like, right? I show him my penis. He just starts having a breakdown out of nowhere. What's going on?
Well, just for the viewers and the listeners, our buddy Bryce is over here to my left.
Yeah.
I feel weird. Do I stare this way? Do I stare at you, or do I stare this way?
You. Here's what we
like.
do.
Where was Kalila staring?
She was looking at me.
Oh, she was looking at
sometimes
you.
we would like.
And then sometimes I'd look.
Sometimes we look at the viewers.
Okay,
you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a 1-2-1-2.
This is fun. This is fun. See, this is no problem.
By the way,
can I drink some coffee too while we're? I'm sorry to ask for your permission, but
no, you don't. Dude, feel free.
Yeah, I love it.
This is chill. Like you said, you're seeing me in socks right now. You're in sandals. I said, kick off the sandals, get comfy, dude.
I really like. Can we like? I like your plays. First of all, I like the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
Where'd you get your couch?
Living Spaces.
That's a damn good shape.
It's a great.
It's a great
couch.
you really, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't occupy that much space.
Yeah, but it's got that L.
Yeah, it's got the L thing.
Yeah.
And then where'd you get this beautiful rug?
I'd have to ask my wife on this one. I've never bought a rug in my life. They just appear in places that I live. You know what I mean? I've never gone to a store and been like, I would like that rug right there.
Yeah, they're expensive.
I think you kind of inherit them from other people.
Yeah, and then the leather chair there.
I inherited this from my buddy Billy Patterson.
Okay, shout out to Billy Patterson.
Shout out to Billy Patterson, dude.
And then, how'd you find this beautiful? I mean, we're not gonna disclose the spot location.
Yeah.
How'd you find this great?
Welcome to MTV Cribs with Steve Lee and Jeremiah Watkins. Yo, you're in a 1-bedroom apartment in Hollywood, and you're killing it right now. What's new with you?
I'm sorry. It puts me in comfort when I ask these questions.
Oh no!
But how did you find this great location?
You know what? My wife and I were looking around a few years ago, and this one went up immediately, and we were like the second people to see it. Somebody tried to swoop in underneath us
on Craigslist or something.
Just online. I forget where it was. Just like one of the housing websites.
That's a great location.
Something like that. Yeah, it's in the mix of everything.
I mean, you're right here, dude.
Yeah, the store.
I mean, the food choices.
I just walk down Sunset a lot.
Do you go to Urban Ramen right around here?
Yeah.
Dude, that place is pretty good.
It's pretty good. I like getting the egg in there.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, you know it.
Oh, man.
Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, no, I won't.
Don't leave me hanging, brother.
I was so in the moment that I had my eyes legitimately closed, and I was like in my own world. And then I see that your fist was up, and I'm like, no, I don't want to leave you hanging.
I also do this, too, so I don't spit.
Okay. You swallow?
Well, it's just going to be contained.
Okay.
I don't swallow. It's going to be contained.
He has for you audio listeners, he has a can of, is it Skull?
It's Grizzly.
I
can't afford, this is $1 cheaper.
$1 cheaper than Skull?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
I went to high school with a lot of people who dipped.
Yeah, what high school?
It was Blue Valley High School in Kansas.
You're from Kansas?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
He's from Kansas, man. Wow. And you're here, dude.
Again, nobody is there.
You're living the dream, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, man.
You've come a long way, haven't you?
I mean, yeah.
What do you mean? You're doing comedy for a living?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
super
all
grateful.
that you need to say, Jeremiah.
I'm grateful.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel grateful, dude?
It's so. You know, it's so funny.
What?
It's like I've only really had over the years of knowing you through Bobby, had a few conversations, and it's really funny, certain flares of moments where you guys are extremely similar, and then other moments where you guys could not be more different.
Yeah, my brother.
Right now.
Shout out to Bobby. My brother's very. I guess you would call it alpha.
Yeah.
And he has if you want to compare it to a Sith Lord. He's got a Sith Lord quality where he could, you know what I mean?
No, it's definitely this.
Yeah. He's like, dude,
really?
Dude, do you want to open for me, dude? In La Brea? Shut up, dude. Do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's definitely that.
I mean, imagine. Okay, so you've dealt with that because you opened for him.
Well, yeah, because
you've opened for him
for years. I opened for him.
Well, imagine growing up with that.
Yeah.
Dude.
Because whenever you just whenever you just ask me, you're like, "Are you grateful?" I was like, "Oh, this is."
Oh, I sound like Bob.
Well, just in that flash, everything else not. But just in that moment, are you great? Because.
Do you know we grew up in Poway?
No.
Yeah, we grew up in Poway, and shout out to Tom DeLong. I know because he went to my high school from Blink.
Oh yeah.
Tom DeLong.
That's dope.
So shout out to Poway and Tom. But what I didn't know is I looked it up recently. Poway is a Native American region, cowboys and Indians type stuff.
Yeah.
Poway, right? We lived in a haunted house.
What?
Yeah. He never told you?
Not that.
He never got that deal. I mean, I'm sure you guys spent a lot of time at the Waffle Houses around the countries.
He's told me some wild stories, and I've told him some very personal things that I've even shared on podcasts and stuff like that. But no, he didn't tell me that you guys grew up in a haunted house.
Yeah, man. I almost got possessed one night. I've told it several times, but I've heard I had I guess the technical term is sleep paralysis.
Oh,
I had Bible verses. Yeah, I had Bible verses all over my room
to keep out the spirits.
Well, no, I was just kind of brainwashed. I was going to church camps and stuff, And then one night I was sleeping, and then I couldn't move. I was in between sleeping and not sleeping, and I was held down by a certain force, and I heard whispers. Steve. Can I do it too? I heard. I heard whispers. I heard, and so I I like the way you looked at me there. Like this is like the horror segment. So I couldn't move, and yeah, man, it was very frightening.
You are in our control now.
How are you doing
Steve.
that one?
It's a different filter on there. You have to kind of look around.
I wanted to. Damien is here. I am invisible. Byman is my master.
Guys, is anybody there? Hello? Hello? Hey, this is Steve. Spirits, could you leave me alone?
Never.
Did my brother bring this in? What?
Sacrifice to Satan.
No, I've been trying to be a good boy. I don't want to sacrifice anything to Satan.
No more Bible studies for you, little Stevie.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry, this is so weird. I'm sweating. I feel like we're doing like some improv class. But anyway, so I couldn't move, and okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't move, and I was trying to scream out Jesus, but I was literally only getting out the J and the E. I was like, you know. I mean, it was basically to make a long story short, we lived on a Indian burial ground with like unsettled souls, and so when I finally went, yeah, give me a good one. Jesus! The whole room cleared. I like this. This is so fun. I feel like we're playing some kind of video games or something.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's like we're in a different world.
Yeah. Was this fun? This is fun.
Oh no, back to whence where we came.
Lucifer is near.
Steve, until the next time we meet.
Rest in peace, Triple X and Mac Miller. We have you now. No, I didn't mean that wasn't. No, I respect. Rest in peace for real. Like they're talented young kids. But anyway, so my brother dealt with the same problem, and Jeremiah, you know how he got rid of the demons or the ghosts or whatever?
How?
He jumped in the swimming pool, dude. He just jumped in the pool. They were on him like little gremlins. Gremlins. Is this weird, Bryce?
Bryce can't hear we're hearing. There's a bunch of there's a bunch.
We must.
Dude, there's a bunch of filters.
He must think I'm off my rocker right now. I'm so sorry, Bryce.
It's so funny
because we must.
It's literally like yeah, we're just like we're talking. We have our headphones on and we're hearing what the demons sound like.
Yeah.
And Bryce is just looking at us like
he's like,
this is the weirdest thing. He's like, dude, you're just
he's
gonna
thinking
have to,
about lunch.
I know you're watching the podcast, but you're gonna have to listen to it and watch it later after it's all like
thinking,
produced and everything.
Urban ramen sounds good.
Yeah, that's
in
really
about
nice.
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I think I might check that out.
I think I might try that egg thing that Jeremiah was talking about.
Urban ramen sounds quite delicious.
Oh no,
right
no! You've referred the demons to urban ramen. Oh no!
It's they got spicy miso ramen and a couple other varieties of stuff you could get. You could also get cold noodles and.
This is fun. So this is what you mean. I mean, are we doing good banter?
Dude, we're killing it.
Okay, good.
And
good,
you know
good.
what?
But I want to. Did I complete the story? Okay, so he jumped in the pool.
Right, he jumped on the pool
and
because
then,
there was like
and
gremlins.
the demons got off his soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, wow, that's so weird that it took something like that to get that out
To
of the way.
get the banter.
Yeah.
Okay, I love this.
Hmm?
This is what made you think of this particular format, Jeremiah? This is very interesting.
Because
this is really good, man.
Yeah, right?
Because like not just me, but it gets other participants off the fact that they're actually getting filmed.
Well, I like it too because we're doing something that's like you don't see this on other podcasts, and I like what you're doing is because you're playing a lot. Some people are afraid of using the mic.
I record though. That's
that helps. You're used to hearing your own voice, and you're used to playing around and different stuff. You know. And
because I'm recording an album right now, can I plug it real quick? Just can I plug my album? So I'm working on a music album called Collage of the Mirage. Can you do a little thing on there? Collage of the Mirage. The Collage of the Mirage LP.
Collage of the Mirage
will be available at Steebee Weebee Bandcamp.com. That's Bandcamp.com in several months. That was a great commercial. What do you think about that commercial? That was a fantastic commercial. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
So the thing is, the only thing because you know how to, I don't know how the potential and this, like the different possibilities in this great. What is this thing called, by the way? Is it a effect box?
Yeah. So everybody asks about this. Is a TC Helicon Voice Live Touch 2.
Hello. I am here, and I do not sound like myself. I sound like a Caucasian man that could live anywhere in Middle America.
Hi, a white guy. It looks like a white guy has patched into the show. It's a Middle America white guy.
Hi. I lost that effect. God, that was my favorite effect. Go get it. Please get it.
Hello, I'm Barry White, and just get it. It's called old deep talk. Hi, I'm back. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah.
I just
sorry
had a hard day
you got
at the
disconnected.
office,
You patched right in.
I work at a law firm. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a secretary.
And it says your name is Keith on the
yeah,
call-in.
my name is Keith Jerringson.
Keith Jerringson. Okay,
Not
great.
With a J, not Harrington or anything.
Keith Jerrington, yeah.
Jerrington.
Yeah.
Double R's.
Double R's.
O-N.
O-N.
Okay.
Now, Keith.
Yeah.
What kind of all it said on my my caller ID whenever you patched in the show was white guy Keith was calling in.
Well,
so,
I told you I work at a law office.
Okay, you work at a law office.
Well, I'm embarrassed to say it, but I'm a secretary.
That's got to be a big check to the ego as being a powerful white male, or what you would like to think of yourself.
6'3", 235 pounds roughly, and I eat about 8 meals a day. And my life is depressing. I play Xbox One every night, RPGs, first-person shooters. So shout out to Zavala there at the tower. I'm on Destiny 2. I love the new expansion pass.
Does it sound weird to you? It sounds like we're crazy, right? Like, this is great. It sounds like we're crazy
yeah,
people.
Well, because, we're just like...
I feel like I'm in a dorm room. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I feel like I'm back in college.
But is it a good feeling?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. So it's back like... Okay, so because I'm a little older, I don't want to disclose my age. I don't want...
Oh, this is great.
Believe me. I don't... Hi. Hi. Hello.
Okay, so it's kind of reminiscent. It's nostalgic. I feel like I'm back at Arizona State, back in when I was younger, in my younger days, and this is something I would have liked to do back then, but the technology wasn't up to par.
Yeah, it didn't exist. Like I would have loved to have been able to play like this in high school or college.
Oh my god! I mean, just if I had a gaming unit, like a proper.
If I had a proper gaming unit there at Ocotillo Dorm or Manzanita, then maybe I wouldn't have been so worried about girls, and I could have just focused on my video games and masturbated all day in my dorm room and done stuff like this.
Now,
So,
were you? Did you pursue?
I'm having so. Can I come back?
You
I want to come back. I want to come back like every day.
Hey, you know what? It's like
this is so fun.
It's like
after this is over, you have to tell me where I could get one of these. I mean it. Do this thing, Bryce. This thing is amazing. It really could transform your voice. You're not listening. You can't hear it, but Jeremiah, let him know. that this thing is a voice transformer. Okay.
This is a voice transformer, and I'll crank up the monitor in my headphones.
Now, will the viewers be able to hear the effects?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good, because I didn't want them to think I was crazy.
Well, you know what's funny? That'd be a great prank show. Is that I have all these effects going, and then in post, like it's just us being like,
yeah,
and then people are like, what?
We must must
what's
crazy.
going on?
Yeah.
No, it sounds dope in post.
Oh, thank you. So just if you could just air it the way it is, I love it.
You know what? You're the first guest that I've booked again before even the end of an episode.
No, yeah, I'm sold. I'll walk, dude. I'm so close to you.
I know.
I could skate here in 5 minutes.
We gotta go skate.
Oh, you skate? You're aboard? You skate?
Yeah. Well, I broke my arm a couple months ago.
Okay.
But I'm back to.
Do you have like a surfer effect?
A surfer effect?
Like a go back to the like a deeper voice effect.
Oh yeah.
I want to do another character.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, like I heard you got hurt on your skateboard, man. Were you trying to like switch tray flip down like an 18 stair or something, bro?
It's actually pretty embarrassing.
Or you at Stoner Skate Plaza? What's the deal, Jeremiah? I thought you wanted to get on flow.
It's actually kind of embarrassing, Chuck.
Chuck?
Yeah, that's your name, right?
Who said my name was Chuck?
It just says it on the caller ID right here.
Isaiah Watson, asshole.
Okay, well, Chuck must be like a surname or a nickname. Or wait, just wait.
No,
does
my
yours,
name
wait,
is Chuck.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
Wait.
I just didn't want my skater friends to know that I was on a podcast.
So, because podcasts aren't cool in the skate community?
No, well, only if it's the one with Roberts and the other guy. And my effect went bad.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was I get caught up.
You get caught.
You know what it is, Bryce? This is what it is. You get caught up in two different worlds. It's like you're in this world,
normal, and then
you get shot off into cartoon land or something.
Playtown.
What was that noise?
What?
Do you have a cat? Okay, I got scared. I thought there was a ghost.
I thought there was a ghost in here, but there isn't any kind of ghost.
Sorry.
Did you chase a lot of girls in high school?
I was a
Or
virgin.
college?
No, I was a virgin. So this is the thing. I went to church camp.
I did too.
I was heavily into the Christian belief system.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go to Bible studies. I went to Hume Lake. I went to like student ventures. I went to camps and stuff.
Yeah, same here.
So that coupled with me wrestling and cutting weight. Yeah, and then the embarrassing thing about it is my friends, one of my friends even a girl in my yearbook said she knew I was a virgin.
She wrote that in your yearbook?
She said, "Oh, do you have a girl effect in here? I want to do a girl effect." Okay, no, you don't have to. So she said she wrote something to the effect of like, well, hopefully you'll get ass in college.
Oh,
yeah.
That was
and then even some of my friends wrote, "Yeah, man," like kind of like reminiscing about our childhood.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, we all got to smoke weed." I smoke blunts, drink 40s, go to parties, get laid. Well, most of us did, and then he was like kind of focusing on the getting laid part.
Wow.
Which I didn't do.
That's kind of dickish of your people signing your yearbook.
Yeah.
Like, so instead of the hags like have a great summer, you're like hope you get ass in college.
Yeah.
you had a different experience.
But I'm glad she wrote that.
Because it gave you the hunger.
Well, no, it kind of put the it put the flashlight on it.
I'm gonna get some.
Saying, "Hey, Steve, this is not just coming from you. Other people know this about you."
Interesting.
So it makes it true.
So you're
how most of the time you could
you're unaware that you're putting a certain energy out there.
Yeah, you could kind of carry yourself as like this confident guy that gets all the girl. I mean, which I never did, but it's kind of like when something outside yourself says that about you, you're like forced to look at it.
Yeah.
Because you could really, justify stuff in your own head, like, no, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, can I tell you? Oh, I lost my virginity in Arizona State.
Yeah?
Yeah, do you want to hear that story?
Of course.
Okay, so you heard this story. So it was probably my sophomore year, or I was at a kegger off campus.
Sure.
So shout out to the Sun Devils, Arizona State. Okay, I spent 7 years there. So I was there, and I was just like any other college party, drinking Keystone Lights, having a good time. I might have been there with one of my friends. I saw a heavier set Hawaiian girl with 2 white girls. And so I was just talking to them, shooting the shit with them. And they go, "You want to go back to our dorm? Hang out?" I go, and this is just me. I was solo, dude.
Oh,
I was by
man.
myself. So I go, I had my board. I remember I had my skateboard. I had a skateboard on me. I go, and they lived across campus. So the way it was set up is off University, there's dorms, and then on the other side of campus, on the north end or south end, depending on how you're looking at it, there's other dorms. So I had to go across campus, but that's no problem. I had my board. I could skate back
easily back and forth.
So I walk there, and I'm like, am I adrenaline? I'm not. My expectations are low. I'm thinking, oh, they probably have more weed, or they're gonna, they have more cold beer. So I'm just gonna drink beer with
just chill
3
out.
chicks.
Not a big deal,
So,
right?
So this was the catch. Okay, so when I got to their dorm, the 2 white girls were roommates. They lived together, so they lived in a room, bathroom, and then the fatter Hawaiian girl lived in the other room. Her roommate had moved out. So I'm in there. I'm in the Hawaiian one's room.
Yeah.
And
Now, are you at that moment trying to see if you can upgrade to the other room?
no, I'm actually
Because you're like, there's 2 of them in the other room, and it's just me and this one girl in here.
I think that at that point in the night, my I guess the beer goggles had, they're already put on.
You're fully wearing them.
I'm
point.
wearing them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, I'm hanging
They're
out.
not.
Out.
They're not a necklace anymore.
No.
They're glued to your face.
Yeah, I'm just, and then, but the weird thing about it is the lighting. She had really dim lights in there, and she was playing like luau music. Go ahead, you could do it. Go ahead, Jeremiah. So, Steve, would you like a beer? I have some in my mini fridge there. Yeah, yeah, no problem. What kind of beer? They're Soul. They're kind of like Corona, but a little bit different. Yeah, I'll take one. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll take it. You have a bottle opener? Yeah. So, how you feeling? You have a good night tonight? Okay, Jeremiah. That was great, dude. I gotta give you a pound for that.
So
You set the mood. That you're kind of like,
So
I
it's
was
like-
getting
so-
anxiety attack there. I was like, I could hardly get my
You're
lines
like,
out.
you're already going
I was
back.
like, yeah, I'm already going
okay,
back.
so
she's playing that.
so you're playing that music and stuff.
And so, what ended up happening was the 2 other girls kept, I guess they would call it nowadays cock blocking.
Yeah.
So
and,
they would,
and you know what?
they would come into the room.
We can say,
Bryce, you don't
we
have to
can say
Insta
that.
this. You don't have this is for us, okay? You don't have to Insta story this.
Hey man, Steve becomes that guy who's like, hey man, be present in the moment. Okay, dude? Just appreciate life right now. It doesn't matter that we are filming it anyway and it's going up there. Hey man, live in the moment and just watch us, dude.
You're right. It's
just
getting
watch us right
documented.
now, okay? Because this doesn't exist anywhere until it comes out on
Wait.
iTunes, YouTube, Google Play,
wait for
Amazon.
The drop. Bryce, wait for the drop date.
Wait
we
for
can
the
hold on
drop.
to it. We'll get Pooner tonight. We'll get Bill Poon tonight. We'll do Insta stories on that. So anyway, they kept coming in the room. We want to go dancing. We want to go. Come on. We want to go dancing.
Wait, so even though they brought you back, didn't they expect for one of them to hook up with you?
Jeremiah, I was a virgin at this point. I mean,
Right.
I have no
No,
idea.
but
I'm not. I mean, you asking that?
I
That's
guess-
a legitimate question.
I guess you're unaware, but you're unaware of the situation.
I'm very unaware.
Because at that time, like you're so like
I'm just in the moment.
you're
I'm
so
just
new
like,
to everything. You're like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just.
You're
I'm
just
happy. I'm hanging out with 3 females.
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
happy with that.
yeah.
I'm drinking beer. I'm in a girls' dorm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not at my other skater homies' dorm. I'm at a girls' dorm.
Yeah,
A girl, and then 3 girls.
dude.
So they kept. We want to go dancing. Is your friend gonna come? Well, and they kept going in and out, saying, "Are you guys ready? We want to go dancing, get after hours dancing." And then,
Now, were you trying to work on something? Like,
Yeah,
Do
okay,
you,
so-
do you remember being like,
Oh, these girls are freaking the worst.
Yeah, because when I was drinking those soul beers,
Mm-hmm.
I was then it started my confidence started coming in. I was like, the possibility was there.
because it's
I was
becoming more and more real.
Yeah, I
You're
was
like,
thinking,
oh, this could actually happen.
because I'm thinking, I'm looking at it because she had a bunk bed. There was a bunk bed, and I was like, one of them was empty. It was just her. It was dim lights. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe. I wasn't thinking getting laid though. I was thinking maybe I could at least make out with her
Yeah, maybe a smooch,
or something.
something.
So they kept doing this thing for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then this is what I did. Tell me if you think it was the right move.
All
It
right.
probably was. I don't know.
Okay.
I acted like I was too drunk. And I go and I laid in one of I don't oh man, I don't feel good. Is it I feel like lightheaded. Can I lay down? Because I saw the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I pretended like I was passed out.
You played possum.
Yeah, I played possum.
You played possum.
I
You're
played
like,
possum.
I can't make it. You other 2 better leave, and the other one better stay behind to help me.
I played possum. And then so these girls are coming back in the room in 5 minutes.
We want to dance now.
Yeah, like we're ready. Is he ready to go?
Hey, my feet already hurt and we haven't even left yet. Let's go.
So they come in and they see that I'm passed out. They go, oh, is he all right? And then I was trying to like do telepathy, like just be on board with what I'm doing right now. And so she actually kind of like, she was like, oh yeah, he's too drunk.
I'm gonna have to look over him.
Yeah. So she goes, oh, okay. But this is what they did. They separated us. They put her on the top bunk.
Oh.
You believe that, Bryce? They put her on the top bunk, man. So you go, okay, so you're going to sleep up here, and your friend's going to sleep down.
They were huge
They were
cockblocks.
controlling her.
Yeah,
Dude, they were controlling her. This is her room, dude.
And they were concerned that somebody might get some Steebee Weebee dick and it wasn't them, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, hello.
Hey.
So they, once they closed the door to the bathroom that connected their rooms, that's when the adrenaline hit. Yeah. So imagine me, a virgin, in a dark room with like a fat Hawaiian girl. But I didn't care at this point. I'm like, she's nice. I'm in desperate need for any kind of female affection.
Yeah, you're just, the Game of Thrones moment wash over you. You're
Yeah.
like,
The time is nigh.
Do it.
It will happen tonight.
Go ahead. You can do it in there. Pick a good one.
It's time for you to lose your card.
So I waited for it seemed like an eternity, but it was probably only a minute or so.
yeah, just waiting for them to leave.
Yeah, I waited for them to leave, and I whispered, I go, hey, are you up there?
And that's when she knew that it was game time.
I go, hey, are you awake still? Come down here to the bottom bunk. Come down.
Did you follow it up with,
It's Steve.
after all that?
It's the guy that you were just hanging out with.
Hey, come on, come down.
Hey, are you asleep? I'd love it if you came down and laid with me on top of me. Can we arrange that?
Can we arrange it?
And she's like, why is this whispering going on for so long? She's just like looking at the ceiling, being like, I don't know if I want to go down there anymore. What?
So she was now at this point we're like laying in bed.
Yeah.
So it was all blur. I would get into details if I really remembered them. I remembered she had condoms. It was in the, I think. Well, I'm a small. I'm not the I'm not the biggest anyway. Even erect. But I remember it was. Do you remember the red Trojans? I think they're like the bigger size. Well, the normal size ones, but the bigger size ones for me. So I remember I tried to make it work.
Yeah.
And so it happened so fast, Jeremiah. I'm telling you, in Godspeed. It was literally, it wasn't hard to find. I don't want to be degrading or insulting it, but it wasn't hard to find her vagina.
Right. It was out there. It was a biggin.
It was it was a biggin.
It was out.
It was a Bilbo.
It was out at the market. It was
Bilbo,
on display.
Hawaiian biggins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but I remember it literally the moment I was in there. It was already done.
Like,
because it was such an insane feeling. I went, like
just right away. You're
yeah,
like,
just yeah, and
like
done.
everything made sense in that moment.
3-second deal.
Yeah.
5-second
Just
deal.
like,
yeah.
I
And
think
so-
I think
Woo!
I think
got it. And then so I was no longer a virgin. That's my deflowerization story.
I think that when
Oh,
everybody
it's not done though. There's
It's
more
not
to
done
it.
yet?
It's not done. So I'm done,
Mm-hmm.
and I roll over to my side. I sleep on. People sleep on their side. I did
get it.
the side. I did the side.
I do one of these
yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. I did the side.
I look like a cartoon sometimes. And
Yeah. Yeah, so I did the side thing, and then she, like, literally not even 5 minutes had gone by. Not even 5 minutes. And she goes, let's do it again. And so that's when it really, because, after a dude busts his nut,
Yeah.
reality sinks in.
Yeah.
I already busted my nut.
Yeah.
So that's when I panic attack. That's when I start getting my stuff on. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I just gotta make it back to my dorm. It was good meeting you. I'll see you around. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. It's good. It was good. I was just like, and literally, I was, like putting my stuff, my belt on my board. I was like, I didn't even do the elevator thing. She lived up there on the like 5th level. I took the stairs. I was like running.
You kickflip and broke through the window.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I probably could have done better skate tricks. I probably could have done like a switch laser flip down the whole thing. But and so the story doesn't end there though, because weeks later,
Yeah.
I saw her on campus. No, because I didn't get back then. When there was no cell phone.
Yeah.
That's how old. It was like I had a phone for my dorm room, but I didn't get her phone number.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm in the clear. But there's a thing on campus called the MU, Memorial Union. That's where like the food court is. There used to be a arcade in there.
Yeah.
Taco Bell, they had a Chick-fil-A, just like the place where the students hang out and eat and walk around and stuff. I frequented that place quite often because they had Street Fighter. They had like video games.
All
and
the
stuff.
dope arcade games.
Yeah, and and on top of that, Bryce, they had a bowling alley, dude. So downstairs they had a bowling alley as well as an arcade, as well as a study lounge area.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So who wouldn't hang out there?
Isn't Arizona considered one of the best party schools in the country?
I mean, yeah, it's still a blur. It's all blur to me.
Yeah,
it's all
dude.
blur to me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Keystone. I drank a lot of Keystone Lights.
Keystone Light.
So I saw her sitting on a bench outside of the Memorial Union,
Yeah.
and I kind of dogged her out. Well, I didn't I dogged her out.
What'd you say?
I just skated away from her.
Did she see you?
Yeah, she was kind of getting my attention. Hey!
No. You're right.
Yeah, that's another. I could have beaten a skateboarding record. Just pushing like it would have been 50 miles per hour. I would.
You're pushing so hard the board hasn't moved. It's just going slowly more into the earth.
Oh, I was probably up some kind of like a Runyon Canyon type mountain.
Yeah.
I was there. I was there.
You're skating for so
I
long.
was
It's
so
like Forrest
gone.
Gump running and
It
the
was
beard
like
is
Forrest Gump
growing.
on a skateboard. I was out. I was 5 miles away.
Oh my goodness.
So that's my story, man. I mean,
Dude.
it's kind of depressing, isn't it? Because a kid, everyone talks about like
Their first time?
Their first time. Oh man, it's gonna be. Oof, I can't wait. But mine wasn't that. Mine was something kind of not that great at all.
I
But
mean,
I'm not ashamed. I mean, dude, it is what it is.
It is what, and some people.
Right, Bryce?
That's how they lose their virginity. Is they almost want to like, all right, did that. You know what I mean? That's how some people think of sex. They think of like it's like a checklist. Like, well, I got to get my first one out of the way, and then the rest can come. So a lot of people think like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's more to the story.
Oh,
So what? Okay, so rewind back when I skated back to my dorm
I
that
feel
night.
like this is the inception of sex stories of like losing virginity. It's like, but there's another layer that I forgot
is.
to mention.
So I told you there's no cell phones back then, but I had an answering machine in my dorm room, Bryce.
Wait, what? So
I had an answering machine. I had a machine, a phone machine, an answering machine at my dorm. And so she, you know what? I go back. She did have my number. She did have my number. She did.
Hi.
No, she didn't have. No. She didn't have my. This is what happened. The girl that I really liked that night I lost my virginity called. So the night I lost my virginity to some stranger, fatter Hawaiian girl, the girl that I really liked, Jeremiah, that's the thing. Yeah, the Hawaiian girl didn't have my number. The girl that I really liked, Jennifer, her name was Jenny.
Hey, it's me, Jennifer. Will you pick up? I've been trying to call you. What happened? You slept with my friend, you asshole, and then you just skated away? What were you doing? Anyway, I gotta go. It's about to be my third period, the class of the day. Talk to you later.
Yeah, so
So Jennifer calls.
she called and she was like wanting to hang out that night.
The one you actually
The one
liked.
I actually liked,
Because
Bryce. The
some-
one I actually liked.
But you know
the
what?
one that I was actually hanging out with, and you know
Sometimes
what I mean?
younger
And
girls, whenever they see that you are establishing a rapport with another woman, then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? I think I might actually like that guy. It happens all the time.
it does.
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
It's just a
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Why?
I think it's a
Let's go back to this. So you
because
think?
I think that women.
But she didn't know about this other one. This was just a crazy incident.
You don't think so? Even though that she saw you guys together that night,
She didn't see us together.
this is a completely different girl.
This is a completely different
I
girl.
thought you said it was one of the other white girls.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so like let's backtrack.
Oh, well, I'm
A
not-
completely different girl from a different dorm, right?
the one that you actually like.
The one
okay.
that I actually like called, separate from the incident.
Okay. But I will say, I'll still stick to my guns on this, that I do
Maybe-
think that whenever a man is desired by
Look, he's nodding his head. He's nodding his head.
right, when a man is desired by another woman, it makes that man more attractive to other women because they're like, oh, am I not seeing what the other girls are seeing? Or they want sometimes what they can't have. And the same goes for men, but I feel like it's a little bit more intense sometimes with women.
Could they smell it on like your pheromones or something? They could. Is it exuding?
Well, yeah. Also, whenever you are in a relationship, there's some girls that seek out that are like, oh, well, if he can hold down a relationship, then maybe I want to try to mess that up, and I want to take. You know what I mean?
Why would you want to do that? Mess up a good thing.
I
See,
think-
I don't understand the logic behind that.
I don't understand the logic as a good
because
person.
Men don't think that way.
No.
When I see attractive woman with a dude, I'm automatically like, okay.
I know.
that's-
Good for that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're already eliminated in my mind. That's a limit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
Like
saying it's a blanket statement about women, but I think that there's definitely women out there that they're attracted to that. As soon as they see like somebody that's in a comfortable relationship and they see somebody that's locked down in a relationship, they're like, I want that, and I don't care if I have to mess things up to get a piece of
They
that.
don't realize that relationships, me and Bryce, they take work.
Yeah.
So
Dude, absolutely.
They think they know,
Right.
But until you're in it and you really know what it's like living with someone and
course.
dealing with each other's quirks or whatever, you know what I mean? Then they don't know. It's the idea that they're attracted.
Right.
Their idea, they like the idea of it.
Yeah.
But the reality of it, it's way different
Yeah.
than what they think that it is. You're married, dude.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
So, it's weird because, you know what? You're absolutely right. Because I'm in a committed over 2 years with my girl.
Right.
And now, I'm not saying they're flooding.
It attracts a different kind of woman, is what I'm saying.
But dude, even on my Instagram, like girls that normally wouldn't like or DMs or whatever. I mean, I don't respond back. I mean, I see. I don't like reciprocate, but I see what now they're talking to me.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind, man. It boggles my mind.
Yeah.
Where were you like 4 years ago when I had nothing going? You know,
Freaking laying it down, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just I don't like that. I don't like that about that whole thing.
No.
No.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the sucky things about being in like single and stuff like that, and not in a committed relationship, is you have to deal with that kind of stuff every once in a while.
With the stuff we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like being on the flip side of it.
Like how did you meet your wife and everything?
I mean, we were doing improv at Second City, and we were friends for like a year before we started dating.
You're friends.
We were friends. Yeah.
You know what? I have to commend you for that. I have to commend you.
I got out of the friend zone.
But the thing is, that's even better now.
Yeah.
Because you're already friends at first.
Yeah.
Because now, my girl, she's like my best friend and my lover.
Yeah.
And she's all of those things, but she's like my best friend, dude.
Yeah.
She knows everything about me. Like stuff my parents don't even know, or my brother, you know what I mean? Like she's around me. She knows like when I'm thinking sometimes. She knows when I'm hungry. She knows when I'm in a bad mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She knows all like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you met her, and then how did you break the friendship?
She stopped dating her boyfriend at the time, and that's whenever I was like, we should hang out, because I've never been the kind of guy that's been like, oh, you got a boyfriend? Well, I don't care about that. How about you come over my way? You know what I mean? I've never been that guy. I don't know where that voice is.
I like that.
Hey, man, okay.
I like that Italian. I like the Italian.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. I like what you do.
Hey, you it's like a good, it's like, hey, you got some,
Joey Buttafuoco here.
hey, I mean, you got some kind of guy or something? I mean, why don't you say, scream to that guy, give me a shot, okay? What do you say? Huh? Maybe you come on my way. Maybe sleep in some bunk beds at ASU or something? I don't know.
It worked.
It worked. So the other girl that you actually liked, did we finish that?
Yeah, nothing happened.
So she just called, and then you just felt bad about it.
Nothing happened.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect.
But I continued seeing her around the dorms, right, Bryce? I mean, it's kind of a sad thing.
How long you been skating now?
I do it just for fun, man. I'm older, you know.
Yeah.
I do it mostly for transportation. Like I can't do. I know some tricks, but I'm not like these kids nowadays are insane.
Yeah.
I mean, just on Instagram, I mean, I see kids flying down stuff. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like I can't afford to like sprain my ankle or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's to me at this point, it's like painting or something. It's just something enjoyable to do.
Yeah.
It's like painting, or it's like doing any kind of fun activity, you know.
Sure.
And it's
like a mental relief.
It's a mental, and it's something you get exercise into without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like just pushing or doing ollies.
Yeah, rather
or
than
something.
like if you're on a treadmill, ugh.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's so fun.
But what got you into it?
I had friends in high school that were super into it, and they were like funny guys that we all enjoyed cracking each other up, and I just I like the camaraderie around skateboarding a lot.
Yeah,
people. It's
Dude,
like
that's weird you just said that, because when I was at ASU, didn't mean to cut you off, I felt alienated at that Manzanita dorm, but when I went to single dorm room living, I found skater friends, skaters, on the other side of campus. But continue.
yeah,
It's the camaraderie.
yeah.
Because it was a ritual. Like we'd go skating, then we'd watch the VHS, the 411. We would watch
Yeah.
footage, and we're drinking like Mickey's 40s and stuff, and we would just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like Friday nights in Kansas, we'd go skate sometimes, and we would hang out in the Walmart parking lot, and then we'd just like riff
yeah.
like songs, like somebody would bring a guitar or
Oh,
somebody.
yeah,
and just,
yeah.
Like,
Those
just,
are
like,
the best.
joke circles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all the skaters have that parking lot, or like
Yeah.
the Ralphs or the
Yeah,
Vons,
it's
or
something.
in back of some grocery store.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And then even going back to ASU, there'd be tennis courts, and they'd be lit up at night. So we would we didn't even live. That was like the rich kid dorm. Like that was like the nice dorm, but we like hopped the fence.
Yeah.
And then we would skate there, just flat ground.
Sure.
In circles, but it was fun, you know.
It was smooth too.
Oh
so,
yeah, it was smooth.
That's
so
what's nice about
yeah,
it.
yeah. So so I have some dreadful. I mean, going back to ASU, they had campus cops. So let me tell you, they F with me hard. They fuck with me hard. I mean, one time I was just skating across campus. I did one pop shove it. Boop, boop. And then, and then they were chasing me down like I robbed a bank, dude.
Was skateboarding not allowed on campus
Not
at all?
on campus, but we continued to do it.
Oh, well,
we
yeah.
continued to do it. The reason being because it was like a skate park, man. I mean, the architecture on that campus.
There's so many.
At that time, dude, there's stairs, there's ledges, but it was against the rules.
Yeah.
But dude, that cop.
Was it before they put up all those like little ledge barriers and stuff like that?
Stoppers?
The skate stoppers.
Back then, I don't think they were around so much, but they're
everywhere.
But
now.
they're everywhere now.
Yeah.
But they hated the on-campus police hated on us. But he stopped me. I remember I had a brand new Element board. I just got at the skate shop, and then he goes, "Sit down, get down on the ground, man, sit down." And I go, "Oh," he's like, "Give me your board." And he threw it in the trunk. He took my board.
He took your brand new board?
He took my brand new board, and he was like, I didn't even know how to get it back. I had to go through, like, student services, or I had to find out, like, where. I got it, like, a year later, to be honest.
It took that long?
It took me a long time.
That's brutal, because it's like, that's like your livelihood at that time.
Yeah, I know, dude. And then back then, I was even more broker than I am.
Yeah,
I was
it's like
really
you
broke.
can't afford to buy
I was really broke.
A new complete, even back then, is like over $100.
Dude, I mean, I wore shoes. I was so broke. I would wear like those old school Vans until there was a hole at the bottom on the sole.
Would you duct tape it?
I would
put
tape it, or I
Yeah.
put shoe glue. But I was so broke. But then, ironically, check this out. That same cop, Officer Roper, I was at this is a different incident. So this has nothing to do with skateboarding. I was smoking weed in my dorm room with two of my friends. And then my sweet mate, this guy, he was on the basketball team. He like was kind of weird. He was like kind of like, like he was kind of like a jock.
Yeah.
But, he ratted me out because the weed was going through the vents. So he called
like Mission Impossible style, like I smell reefer.
So it was kind of like, like,
hello?
open up. It's Officer Roper.
I gotta hide.
It was Officer Roper.
Oh man.
It was the same guy that took my skateboard in my past.
Oh no.
It was the same goddamn cop.
What did he do whenever you?
I just remember
door?
this. I don't remember what he said. He's like, "Give me the weed, son. Give me the weed.
Give me the weed, son.
Oh, Officer
Give me the
Roper.
weed.
Officer Roper, you're calling into the
I
show.
know you have marijuana in here, son.
So
I know you're that skateboarder kid, son. Give me the weed.
yeah, Steve is actually.
Make it easy on me, son. Make it easy on me, son. I'll go easy on you.
So, I remember his hand was shaking. His hand was shaking like I was Choe Sung-wee or something. Like
Yeah.
I had artillery, like I had like guns in my room. He was
Yeah.
like,
Give me the weed, son.
isn't that crazy, Bryce? He was like, and then you know what? At that point,
And then
I literally had a nugget.
Did he throw that in the trunk too?
That was a good one.
He throws that in the trunk, and you're like, I couldn't get a hold of it for like another year. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, clothing lint. It was the size
Yeah.
of a little pebble.
It's like what you
Like
pulled
a
out of your
fruity
belly
pebble.
button, dude.
Yeah, like a fruity pebble.
Oh.
And I gave it to him, and he like, he like made it seem like
he had gloves on. He put it in like a glass case.
He did have gloves.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't just him. There was like two other officers there. Dude.
Campus police are real in
Yeah.
Arizona, man.
So, that's another Arizona State. I mean, I got more. I got a lot more stories.
Let's get into this next segment.
Yeah. I mean, are we having fun or what?
We're having a blast,
Bryce,
dude.
you having fun? For sure. How we doing on time? We're doing real good on time.
We're doing
huh?
all right, man. Yeah. Got a little bit left.
I think I messed up your thing here.
I think you're.
Hello. How do you switch effects? You just go voices. Oh, dude.
Hello, this is time for questions on the Jeremiah Wonders.
Fanning
podcast.
out. Yeah.
Tuning in.
Questions from fans.
All right. First question, I reached out to people on Instagram and Twitter. I said, hey, if you could ask Steve Lee any questions, what would it be? They reached out back to me. J_Atez on Instagram.
What up, man?
What if the Book of the Dead is just trying to trick you into not going toward the light?
Not wait, it's tricking. Wait, I'm confused. It's
What-
tricking you not to go.
What if the Book of the Dead is just trying to trick you into not going toward the light? Confusing question.
Yeah, that is confusing, and he knows me very well because I've actually talked about this in the past. Who's this guy? He knows me very well.
He knows you very well.
Well, until we've actually, left our bodies and we're wherever we end up in this purgatory state, I would say, just to be safe, because I'm sure there's no time limit in that world, I would actually be in the moment and just to navigate, so it's like, maybe what if there's other options? What if you don't have to go to a light, I've just learned just through my own conspiracy theory rabbit hole digging on YouTube or books that I've kind of come across that if you go to the light, it's a soul trap. And what happens is these things called archons, they pose, they could shapeshift. And what happens when you go to the light, the moon, you get transported to the moon and you get recycled back into a different body. You get memory wiped. And then you get put back onto, because supposedly this planet it's a prison planet. Supposedly, I don't know. This is all just speculation, but this is just stuff that it's like a sci-fi movie or something. It's stuff I like researching and looking up. So that's a very good question. It might be very well so. No one really, really knows until we're actually at that moment. You know what I mean? I would like to think we were just talking about Elon Musk and AI, and then what if we if we merge into a robot, we could just extend our lives and live 100 more years. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I mean, just around the corner is going to be a scary time with the artificial intelligence merging, the singularity movement merging with this technology. Elon Musk is aware of it. He knows the escalation of it and how it's just around the corner and how it's going to be like Terminator.
Yeah.
And, dude, isn't that weird? Movies like Terminator, like movies like that exist.
Yep.
Because I kind of feel like, I could tell you, I don't know you that well, but I could tell you like movies, right? And who doesn't like movies?
Yeah.
We've seen so many movies. What's the other one? The Running Man, right? And all these other movies that kind of have to do with, or like Blade Runner.
Yeah.
They Live. I mean, there's so many movies where they kind of like warning. Oh, Matrix, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where there's like these themes. So that's a very good question. I wouldn't, honestly, like, to be honest, I wouldn't be able to, like, I don't know.
I think your answer was
I don't
solid.
know. I don't know. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see. At Matty Todd 31, what was the weirdest night you ever spent with David Choe, and what did you guys do?
These people know a lot about me.
Yeah. Genuine fans, man. Because
That's a good question.
are you still currently in this band with David
Choe? Yeah, we're kind of in a hiatus. We're still jamming. The last thing we did was Grizzly Fest.
Mm-hmm.
It was a music festival up in Fresno. So we are still in the talks of maybe possibly recording more music.
Yeah, I watched a couple of your music videos.
Cool. Did you
before I
like
came
them?
over. Yeah, it was really cool.
Thank you.
Really well put together.
So yeah, I mean, I just with that, I just kind of showed up, and then we ended up, it just ended up working out. We did some tours or whatnot. But going back to the question, there's so many weird things with Dave that we've done. I guess just well, we opened up the band Mongchi that I'm in. We opened up for Die Antwoord in Hawaii.
Wow!
So I guess one of the weirdest things was eating. Yeah, that's great. Is that Yolandi? We ate dinner with them. Yeah, we ate dinner with Die Antwoord. Before, like,
what'd you guys get?
I forgot what we got, what we ordered, but I just remember
Onions on the side, please.
I remember Yolandi wasn't. I was directly across from her.
Yeah.
And she was sitting like this.
She wouldn't look?
She wouldn't look. Like, I'm there, and she was like this.
That's not shocking to me.
You could be my butterfly.
I am your butterfly.
You're new. You should never be. Why?
So
I am my butterfly.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve, what do you want to eat?
Bryce is like, oh, this is a bit much. I thought this was gonna be a straightforward.
He's like, I thought this was gonna be more like
Jeez, Steve, you could have gone. You walked here by yourself.
Yeah, I don't know why you dragged me along
I could be
here.
at Soup Plantation right now. $11.99.
He only likes soup places.
So anyway, so that was kind of weird. That was a weird night.
Did she ever say hey or anything to you?
No, but the one thing that she said that I was kind of hurt by, she said something to the fact, how many band members do you have?
She said it like that, yeah.
How many people are in your damn band?
It kind of hurt my feelings.
Oh, just because you guys have a couple of people, you're coming off at us.
And I remember that show because it was packed. We opened up for them, and the majority of the crowd was their fan base.
Yeah, of course.
And I remember we didn't even finish our set. They started a chant. So imagine you're not done. You're like, you still have 3 more songs. Imagine them cutting your set short. Then they started saying, Dalia, Dalia. And they started saying Dalia's name or something. We want Dalia, not you. So they started doing that with us. They're like, duh. It was faint. It was a pocket. It was a pocket. It was like, die and word. Die and word.
Did it start to grow?
Die. Yeah, it started going. Die and word. Boo. Die. You know, booze mixed with die and word.
Wow.
But I remember this is how I got back at him. Because I guess Mad Max, shout out to, what's his name? Tom Hardy. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Shout out Tom Hardy.
So do you remember they had that, I'm going back to Valhalla. They sprayed that stuff in their face. The
just like
the gray.
Yeah, the black or the gray.
Yeah. So we got food coloring like that. So when they started doing that, I just looked at them like I had my lizard goggles on. I went just on my face to scare them. Like they kept.
Did they
doing
like
it.
that?
No, they kept doing it louder. And I went just spraying it on my own face. So I don't know if I got back at them, but I felt like it was a great outlet. It was a great outlet.
You leveled the playing ground.
Yeah. It was like, farting back in their faces.
Yeah, take that, audience.
Yeah. I like that question.
That's a good weird night.
These are good questions.
They're very some of them are very.
Did you select these?
I did select.
Okay,
them.
good.
Yep.
Jeremiah, good.
So Lou _Mendez _ who would win in a wrestling match? You or your brother Bobby Lee? That was
this is the thing because that was a trick question. See, and I'm smart being the younger sibling still, even though we're both older.
Yeah.
Bryce. So, depending on one night, he might win or I might win. But I still respect Bob.
You have to be very political with the answer.
He's got a show on ABC.
Make sure. Bobby Lee is a good wrestler. And
Splitting Up Together. ABCs, 8 p.m.
Wow.
Make sure you tune in to Splitting Up Together.
The network.
My brother.
The network exec just called in to plug Bobby Lee's show.
Make sure you tune in to ABC, Splitting Up Together. Make sure you watch Bobby Lee.
I can't believe that ad just cost them $3,000 to be on Jeremiah Wonders, but
you know
they're going
what?
to have to pay it out.
You know what? You owe Jeremiah because we did a free commercial for ABC.
You hear that, ABC?
So I'm telling you, this is real. We gave you a shout out, and I know the WB because I know where it's filmed. My brother brought me to the studios. The WB has money. So next question. It would be a tie. Next question.
Can I share a story with you that Bobby told me about you?
Yeah.
Years ago that
Go
I
ahead.
have never forgotten that made me laugh really hard.
Uh-huh.
So when Bobby was on Mad TV, he brought you by to watch one of the episodes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Keegan-Michael Key is like a
Go ahead.
he's a very religious man. And
shout out to Keegan.
Shout out to Keegan.
And Jordan.
Mm-hmm. And basically, you had some time backstage with Keegan where you were.
I've done skits there. Remember, I was I did the tank sketches. I was Cornelius in the back of the trunk, I had to do like 8 of those.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize you did 8 of them.
I was pissed. I was frightened every time.
So he was spending some legit time like between like shooting and stuff with Keegan, and Keegan started talking to him about God and the Bible and everything, and you said that you were feeling the spirit and everything. And that you're feeling good.
We're talking about carnal Christianity,
right.
Meaning that because I told you I used to go to church camps.
Right.
So I was just kind of like, because Keegan is a good spokesperson.
Yeah.
With anything, he could sell you something, or he could make it sound good.
So basically, after they spent time together, I think Bobby said that you guys even prayed together, and he gave you his Bible that was like that he had for years, like that somebody else had given him at an earlier age, and
he gave me some kind of biblical book.
Yeah, he gave you a biblical book. So later, at the end of the day, Bobby sees Keegan alone.
I'm gone by then.
He's gone. Steve is gone by then.
Yeah.
Bobby sees Keegan at the end of the day, and Keegan is just sitting with his hand over his face.
Yeah, he was upset.
And he's upset. And Bobby's like, "Hey, Keegan, what's wrong, buddy?" And he just lifts up the book that Steve just left behind after they had this great talk and everything. He just lifts up this like Bible, and he's like, "Your brother just left it after we spent so much time."
Yeah, he was like this. He was just like. That's all he did. His head was down like this.
His head was down, yeah, and he just lifts up like, "What? I don't even know what to say
So
here."
I apologize to Keegan. I'm a big fan. I'm so happy that they're doing well. I didn't intentionally, Jeremiah. In my defense, I did not intentionally mean to forget the book. It just slipped my mind.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my brother, he's good at like, his story. His
The
story
way he painted the picture is very funny.
No, but he is correct. That did happen. That did happen. He's not making that up. Yeah. I like these questions, huh, Bryce?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna take a nap when you get home? Okay, me too.
Perfect. Me too.
Okay.
All right.
We're all gonna take.
We're
naps?
all going to take a nap at your place. Now at Ghostface be the one.
Ghostface Killer.
Did you have to get your friend a new piano keyboard after his dad beat him with his friend's Casio keyboard for waking him up?
Oh no, that's he got that story wrong. My dad beat me with the Casio keyboard. Oh, that's right. So he's saying,
was it your friend's Casio keyboard?
Yeah, it was my friend's.
Wow,
that was actually a good question. Yeah, my dad, I woke him up from a nap during the afternoon, and me and my friend David Oliver were playing with this Casio. It was one of the first sampling keyboards.
Oh yeah,
where you'd go hey and it'd go
hey.
Yeah, it would change octaves.
Yeah.
So we were having a blast. It's just
of
like
course.
doing this.
Yeah.
But
boner.
Yeah.
You know.
So we woke my dad up, and he storms into the room butt naked, and he goes and he like rips out the keyboard butt naked, and he starts beating me on the back. Like we're laying on my bed, and he starts hitting me
because you were going like this, and he takes it.
No, not even that. We're just hitting it with one keys.
You're like, ah.
So yeah, he beat my ass butt naked,
and it broke the keyboard.
But not only that, this is the kicker. I'm crying, and when he left, this is the only thing I remember is he had a piece of string tissue paper sticking out of his asshole. Isn't that gross? What are you laughing at? Dude, I just told you I got beat down, and you're laughing.
Just how
unbelievable, Jeremiah.
How detailed this memory is.
It's pretty detailed.
I mean, that is a pretty big kicker.
It's a kicker.
Like
so
leaving and being like,
his name's Ghostface. Mm-hmm. So Ghostface, I never bought David Oliver another Casio.
What
keyboard.
did David say after that? Was he
was probably he's still in therapy probably because he's probably in therapy as we speak.
He's like the toilet paper.
Yeah.
The toilet paper. He's just in a room. He's like, there was toilet paper.
No more Koreans. No more Korean families. No more Korean families. Bryce, you look offended. Don't look offended. It was my childhood, buddy. You know.
Somebody asked if we can do a vlog together where we skate.
Yeah, I would love to, man. Whenever you're down. I'm serious. I could skate here too.
We'll go
skate. Or we can meet. We can meet at North Hollywood Park.
I keep hearing about that one.
Yeah,
I haven't been to that one.
We could just take the red line to 2 stops to North Hollywood, 2 blocks away.
Perfect.
It's like beep beep boop boop beep bop. Done. Skate. Done. Skirt. Done deal.
Underscore Kenbird underscore.
Yeah.
During your East Coast tour with Mungchi, what was your favorite city to perform in and why?
Ooh, very good question.
Very good.
Really like that question a lot. Boston. I like
Boston's
Boston.
cool, man.
Yeah.
I've done.
Boston.
I do like a music comedy duo with my buddy Patty Reagan, and we did like this basement show there. That was like
it was cool.
it was dope.
It was cool.
Like everything.
Even like the buildings, it's just historical looking
you
brick
feel it.
buildings. You feel like the American history in that city.
The only thing that's bad around there is the parking is real rough.
Oh, I didn't know that. We were like just cruising on the bus. But have you been to Boston? It's a good town. So Boston was cool. Yeah.
All right. Last question, then we'll move on. There's so many good questions, but last one, then we'll move on to the final segment. At that damn Daryl on Instagram, what's a normal day for you? Did you ever figure out if the bones in the backyard are human?
That's still they haven't really researched enough. They don't know what it is. They're speculating it's animal bones. So yeah, my neighbors found bones in their backyard.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you know what the craziest thing is?
Huh.
So one of the neighbors, I'm not gonna leave them anonymous. I don't want to like put them on blast, but one of the neighbors told the other neighbor, the other girl neighbor, who like was linked into Facebook, and then they said the story, and then NBC, they had a film crew come over.
What?
So, dude, they were over, and sorry for talking so loud, dude. They came over, and I was just like, oh, this is crazy, and I have access to the backyard, but it was blocked. It was locked. And wow, because I wanted to kind of get in the back shot too. Like, I'm like, this is the news, because all my neighbors were there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're like, dude, they're already
Lucille, they found bones in the back of the yard. NBC's here. Get your butt out of here. We're going to watch this right now.
Yeah. And so they told, the only thing they asked the news reporter was don't reveal the address of where we live. Mm-hmm. But they ended up saying the address of where we live.
Oh, so a lot of people came by.
No.
No?
But I don't know. Isn't that kind of messed up?
Yeah, there should be some kind of privacy clause or something.
Yeah.
What instruments do you play? Somebody else.
Piano.
Red Murray Bruv.
Mostly piano. I have a shout out to Money Mark. He gave me a piano, so mostly just piano.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I'm not well versed music, like as far as instruments. I consider my sampler a musical instrument.
Sure.
So I've used to make my my solo music and beats. I use like a Boss SP303. It's as a sampler.
Okay, cool.
Which you use as a kind of a keyboard type thing. So yeah, keyboard, samplers, piano. Yeah.
Dope. Mm-hmm. Love it, man. Let's get into this final segment, Sax Talk. Oh, Sax Talk. All right, so Steve is going to share a story of a sexual encounter, and I'm going to play some sweet, sweet sax underneath to sax it up.
So, like, this is like maybe 10 years ago or 8 years ago. Me and my homies, we used to have a ritual every weekend where we would meet at my place in Hollywood somewhere. I'm not going to disclose that. And they would keep going. And so we would basically start at the Kodak Theater. There's this place called Koji's. And we would get, the reason why we went there is they had $2 pints of Asahi pints of beer there. So we would get kind of toasty there. Then we would end up at the Drawing Room, which is a dive bar on Highland there. And the reason why we went there is because they had $2 PBRs, Pabst Blue Ribbon specials. So this particular night, we were walking after, we decided to hit the bars on Cahuenga after. So it would be Koji's Powerhouse to the bars on Cahuenga. But this time, we were all walking towards Cahuenga, and there's African-American girl who said, "Y'all looking for some company?" And so I don't know what got into me, but I go, I paused, and I looked at my friends, and then I go, "Yeah, I am." And she goes, "Well," and then I like walked up to her. Well, she was a hooker, and so I ended up going to. I couldn't even make it to the Bank of America ATM. I ended up going to the tattoo shop. Had a ATM there. They have tattoo shops off the boulevard, Bryce. You know what I mean? So I ended up going there, and I got I think I might have got $60 out. And so now we're walking back, and I'm trying to speed walk. Speed walk. And so I'm walking past Hollywood High, speed walking. She goes, "Slow down, honey, slow down." And so I go, and then I go, "Okay, I'm sorry." And she goes, "You want to see what I'm wearing underneath here?" And she was wearing some sort of dress. Go ahead. And so she goes like this, and it was bald. And that did something to me. It made me feel like an animal. So it went from speed walking to triple speed walking. Back to my place. So we ended up at my place. And I didn't last too long. It was longer than when I lost my virginity. But she said something to the effect of, "That's it?" So the ironic thing about it is she wanted to continue this. In my mind, it was over after that. But she goes, "You want to go to IHOP?" She wanted to go to IHOP and get pancakes with the money I just given her. Do you believe this? So what ended up happening was I'm like, something flipped in my head, and I go, "No, leave. I'm done. Leave." So that was my story. That was about 8 years ago, 10 years ago. So I mean, there's no shame in that. That was before, my relationship now. I mean, I do have a past.
Yeah, of course.
Has my brother telling you some stories like that?
Oh, yeah.
Like San Diego story? I mean, I don't want to get into it, but because I know he's taking Ari down there and everything.
He's told me some stories about San Diego. He's told me he's told me sex stories about Thailand. He's told me some different, like,
oh, how he had to drive in the desert. Yeah, he's no saint. My brother's
he's
done
got some
dirt.
great ones.
I have some dirt, but he's got way more. Well, not way more, about the same. About the same.
Nice.
Yeah. That was fun, man. I
Dude,
really had a good time.
Thanks so much for doing the show.
Next time when I
plug anything else before you go?
Oh yeah, I do. So Jeremiah's gonna be. You gonna do mine too?
Oh, of
like
course.
In the future.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
So I have a show on YouTube called the Steebee Weebee Show with all double E's. It's at youtube.com/Steebee Weebee. So check that out. Jeremiah's gonna be on there soon.
Steebee Weebee
at youtube.com.
At youtube.com.
I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/Steebee Weebee.
Patreon.com/Steebee Weebee.
My Instagram is QUANGO And then I also have my Kwangu, yeah, Kwangu. That's my Korean name.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
I don't know why I still use it, because it's like it's different sound.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then so I'm working on a new music album, and all my music you could go to SteebeeWeebeeBandcamp.com.
SteebieWeebeeBandcamp.com.
New album, A Collage of the Mirage. LP. Should be out in a few months. High five.
We're out.
No. You have to start over now.
Okay. See how long we can keep the pose?
Yeah.
Okay. We're out.